Hey everyone, welcome back to the Mark Loeffler Experience. Today we're going to be talking about mortgage stress tests, what it means to you, what my opinion of it is, and what I think it's going to do to the housing market coming up. So let's get into it. So mortgage stress test. As we know, June 1st, the mortgage stress test went up. You used to have to qualify at 4.79. Now it's 5.25. So what does that mean to us normal people? So if I was going to go get a $500,000 mortgage and that was my absolute max, now I can go get a $478,000 mortgage. So there is a 4.4% difference. So again, $1 million mortgage, and now I am getting $956,000, right? So 4.4% different. Who does this affect and what does it do to the market? So while this affects people who were getting their maximum mortgage. Now, most people that I know aren't actually hitting the top range of their mortgage, so is this really going to affect them? In my opinion, not very likely. What is this going to do to the market? What did it do the last time? So I found this nice little graph here. So this is average house prices in Canada from 2005 to 2021. As you can see, we've had a heck of a run. Nothing like we've had lately. You can see right there that it's just gone kind of astronomical, and I think at some point it needs to revert to the mean, but that's just me. So basically what you can see is leading up into the stress test in 2017, people went out and they bought real estate. They bought it heavy, hard and heavy, and that caused, so the mortgage stress test itself was the cause of overbuying, and it caused the price to jump considerably. But what you can see is from this, it kind of reverted back to the mean right after. Like it's, we went up and then, that's April 1st, came down, October, January, and, we kind of meandered along until 2019, and we started back up on our trend. But we can see from January, December 1st, 2015, we were at 580, now we're at 690, 2 years later type thing, right? 3 years later. And obviously now we're at some ridiculous mark, $929,000. We're almost, will we touch the $1 million mark? Who knows? And obviously this didn't happen in every market, because a lot of markets, affordability is such that, at interest rates at 5 or 6%, people can still afford the homes there because the average price is so much lower. As we've seen in this graph, the stress test actually inflated the prices above what it would have been if they had just left it alone. That's just my opinion, but I mean, who am I? I'm just a guy on YouTube making some videos. What is it going to do to the market now? I think we've already started seeing the market slow down a little bit. In my opinion, we've flattened off a lot since earlier this year, January, February, March. Well, January, February were insane. There was no inventory and we had lots of buyers. March, some inventory started coming around. We're starting to get into a more normalized market. We've seen that when with the last video I did with Andrew. We'll post the link down below if you guys haven't seen that one. I think we're going to level off. I mean, we've had a meteoric increase in prices. Typically when you see that, there's some reversion to the mean. And what I mean by that is, here is the line that goes up. I can't draw a line on this, but at some point, everyone's going to say we're going to fall back down to these levels. Maybe, maybe not. But again, here's the mean. Here's the line that I'm going to draw. So it's going to be up around that $800,000 mark anyways. And that's going to keep going up. And why do house prices keep going up? Well, there's a number of reasons house prices keep going up. Is the government, that's their policy. They have a policy of inflation. With inflation, things get more expensive, like services, like lumber, like roofing materials, labor. Everything gets more expensive, so it costs more to build a home. So therefore, it's going to cost more to buy a resale home. because the materials that go into it are worth more than they were before. I guess at the end of the day, will this policy have its intended, well, I don't even know what its intended consequences are. Do they want to cool the market? I don't think we're going to see a huge cooling of the market until we actually see interest rates go up, and that's going to be next year. They've already said second quarter next year, early second quarter. I think if we can open up, if the rest of the country opens up, I think we can see that first quarter 2022, even fourth quarter 2021. I mean, if you look at the numbers after the Spanish flu outbreak was done, I mean, that was the roaring 20s, right? Like that was the economics, the parties, everything was going on then. Everything boomed because people were let free. And I know there's people might be watching this in some jurisdictions that aren't under lockdown still, but we are. And no offense to the rest of the country, we do have, I don't know what, 45% of the population and, you know, a large portion of the economy. So once we open up, or once everybody opens up fully, we're going to boom. I know just from our restaurants, we're having a hard time finding labor as it is. So if you guys know anybody who wants to be a line cook or server or assistant manager in any one of my restaurants in Hamilton, Ontario, hit me up. Anyways, guys, that's my opinion. Hopefully you're doing well. Have a great day.